In 1972, The Godfather became a cinematic masterpiece, leaving a lasting impact with its legendary cast and iconic mafia story. But after 50 years, where are they now? Who's still in the spotlight? Who has faded away? And who has faced life's toughest battles? Join us as we look back, uncover the present, and reveal the ages, transformations, and hidden stories of the Godfather stars. Who is still thriving and who has been lost to history? Let's find out. And hey, if you love classic cinema, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Talia Shire. Talia Shire was born on April 25, 1946 in Lake Success, New York, and at just 26 years old, she took on the role of Connie Corleone in The Godfather, 1972. As the youngest member of the Corleone family, Connie starts off as a naive and loving bride, but her marriage soon turns into a nightmare filled with abuse and heartbreak. Over time, she evolves into a strong, sharp-witted woman, proving that survival often means adapting, learning, and standing up for yourself. Shire's performance brought a new layer of depth and emotional intensity to the film, cementing her as a standout actress. Coming from the legendary Coppola family, she was already familiar with Hollywood, but it was her role as Adrienne Balboa in Rocky that made her a household name, even earning her an Academy Award nomination. In her personal life, Shire has been married twice and has 3 children, including Jason Schwartzman, who has built his own career as a successful actor and musician. Now at 78, she has stepped away from the limelight, choosing a quieter life where she focuses on her family and personal happiness. Diane Keaton. Just like Talia Shire, who brought depth and transformation to The Godfather, Diane Keaton also played a crucial role in shaping the emotional core of the film. While Connie Corleone represented strength from within the family, Kay Adams, played by Keaton, was the outsider, the one who questioned everything. At just 26 years old, Keaton stepped into the role of Kay Adams, a New Hampshire teacher who falls for Michael Corleone without realizing the darkness she's walking into. As she becomes entangled in the world of the Corleones, she struggles between her love for Michael and her own moral compass. Keaton's performance gave Kay a quiet but powerful presence, proving that sometimes walking away takes more courage than staying. Unlike many women in mafia films, Kay wasn't just a background character, she was a voice of defiance, a symbol of resistance against the corruption surrounding her. Before The Godfather, Keaton had already made a name for herself on Broadway, starring in the hit play Hair in 1968. And after her time in the Corleone saga, she went on to build an incredible career, becoming one of Hollywood's most celebrated actresses. Johnny Russo. In a film packed with legendary performances, Johnny Russo made his mark as Carlo Rizzi, the man whose betrayal shook the Corleone family to its core. At just 28 years old, Russo stepped into his first-ever film role, playing the abusive husband of Connie Corleone, a man who ultimately sells out the family to their enemies, leading to the brutal death of Sonny Corleone. His performance was so convincing that many fans truly hated him, proof that he played the ultimate traitor to perfection. But The Godfather was just the beginning of Russo's controversial and fascinating life. While he went on to appear in over 46 films, it's his off-screen stories that have fueled endless debate. Russo has long claimed ties to real-life mafia figures, sparking skepticism and intrigue. And if that wasn't wild enough, he even got into a physical altercation with Marlon Brando on set, proving that the drama wasn't just on screen. Now, at 81 years old, Russo has stepped away from Hollywood, choosing a quieter life. But his portrayal of Carlo Rizzi remains a powerful reminder that betrayal comes at a price. His story, both on and off screen, teaches us that loyalty isn't just about words, it's about the choices we make, and every action has its consequences. Al Pacino. When Al Pacino took on the role of Michael Corleone in The Godfather at just 32 years old, Few could have predicted that he would create one of the most legendary characters in film history. Michael begins as an outsider, determined to stay away from the family business. But as fate pulls him in, he evolves into a ruthless, calculated leader, proving that power changes people, and sometimes the path we try to avoid is the one we are destined to follow. This role catapulted Pacino to stardom, securing his place among Hollywood's greatest actors and leading to iconic performances in Serpico, 1973, and The Devil's Advocate, 1997. But even legends face challenges. In his 70s, Pacino dealt with financial struggles after being misled by those he trusted, forcing him to accept roles he wouldn't have chosen otherwise. His personal life has been just as talked about as his career. At 83, he made headlines for expecting his fourth child with Noor Al-Fala, a woman 54 years younger than him. Now, at 84, Pacino is embracing fatherhood once again and enjoying life away from the spotlight. But here's a question. If The Godfather was remade today, who do you think could take on the role of Michael Corleone? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Robert Duvall. Born on January 5, 1931 in San Diego, California, Robert Duvall was 41 years old when he stepped into the role of Tom Hagen in The Godfather. Tom wasn't just another lawyer, he was the Corleone family's backbone, handling their legal affairs while also acting as a calm, strategic voice in the midst of chaos. Unlike the ruthless figures around him, Tom operated in the shadows, proving that power wasn't always about brute force, but about intelligence and loyalty. Duvall's career didn't stop there. He went on to deliver phenomenal performances in films like Apocalypse Now, 1979, and Tender Mercies, 1983, the latter of which earned him an Academy Award for Best Actor. But life off-screen had its share of challenges. Duvall was known for his direct and no-nonsense personality, which sometimes led to clashes on set. His personal life also had its ups and downs, as he went through 2 failed marriages before finally finding long-term happiness. Now, at 94 years old, Robert Duvall remains a living legend, proving that true talent stands the test of time. His portrayal of Tom Hagen was subtle but unforgettable, reminding us that sometimes the quietest voices carry the most power. Simonetta Stefanelli. At just 18 years old, Simonetta Stefanelli breathed life into Apollonia Vitelli, capturing the essence of youth, love, and innocence during Michael Corleone's exile in Sicily. Her character became a symbol of pure love, but fate took a cruel turn. Apollonia's tragic death in a car explosion left both Michael and the audience shocked and heartbroken, making her one of the most unforgettable characters in the film. Despite the fame that came with this role, Stefanelli never sought Hollywood stardom. She appeared in a handful of Italian films, but ultimately chose to step away from acting to focus on her family and personal happiness. She later admitted that being typecast as a sex symbol made her uncomfortable, influencing her decision to live life on her own terms, away from the industry's pressures. Over the years, rumors swirled about her brief career, but they did nothing to erase her impact on film history. Now, at 71 years old in 2025, she is living a peaceful life, far from the limelight. Her journey reminds us that success is not just about fame, it's about having the courage to walk away from what doesn't serve you and choosing the life that truly makes you happy. Richard S. Castellano. Born on September 4, 1933 in the Bronx, Richard S. Castellano was 38 years old when he took on the role of Peter Clemenza in The Godfather, 1972. As a trusted and respected figure in the Corleone family, Castellano gave Clemenza a unique charm, balancing strength, humor, and warmth in a world dominated by violence. His performance made Clemenza an unforgettable part of the saga, proving that even in a world of crime, loyalty, and heart still mattered. Throughout his career, Castellano showcased his versatility as an actor, taking on roles in both film and television and earning recognition for his talent. But behind the success, Castellano faced personal struggles. His marriage to actress Rosemary Bowe was short-lived, and he was deeply affected by the loss of many close friends in the industry. In his 50s, his health began to decline, and on December 10, 1988, at just 55 years old, Castellano passed away from a heart attack. Though his time was cut short, his legacy endures. His portrayal of Clemenza is more than just a character. It is a lesson in loyalty, resilience, and the impact one person can have, no matter how brief their time. Richard Conte. When it comes to cold, calculating villains, Richard Conte's Emilio Barzini stands among the most unforgettable in The Godfather, 1972. At 61 years old, Conte took on the role of the ruthless rival to the Corleone family, delivering a performance that was both chilling and masterful. Unlike the fiery Sonny Corleone or the quietly lethal Michael, Barzini was strategic, patient, and deadly, a crime boss who didn't act on impulse but waited for the perfect moment to strike. Conte's ability to bring this level of intelligence and menace to the role cemented him as one of the finest actors in crime cinema. With a career spanning over 30 years, Conte built a legacy through numerous unforgettable performances on both the big screen and television. But despite his success, his personal life was marked by profound heartbreak. He was married twice, but his world shattered when his second wife, actress Eleanor Parker, passed away, leaving him devastated. On top of that, his health took a serious turn, and by his mid-60s, he was struggling with heart disease. Tragically, he passed away on April 15, 1975, at just 64 years old. His time was cut short, but his impact remains. His portrayal of Barzini was more than just another crime boss. It was a masterclass in quiet power and ruthless ambition. Morgana King. Few actors could bring the same warmth and quiet resilience to The Godfather as Morgana King did in her role as Carmela Corleone. At 42 years old, she stepped into the part of the devoted matriarch, a woman who held her family together even as the world around them became darker and more dangerous. Her performance wasn't just acting, it was a portrait of unconditional love and quiet strength. But long before Hollywood, Morgana King was already a star. Not on screen, but on stage. With a soulful voice that could move hearts and silence rooms, she made a name for herself in the world of jazz, recording numerous albums and performing on some of the biggest stages in music history. Beyond the spotlight, her personal life had its share of hardships. She was married twice, but both marriages ended in heartbreak. Through it all, her love for her children never wavered, proving that true strength isn't just about endurance. It's about what you give to those you love. In her later years, she faced one of life's greatest battles, fighting non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. With unwavering resilience, she fought until the very end. On March 22, 2018, at the age of 87, Morgana King passed away, but her legacy remains unshaken. Her life is a reminder that greatness isn't just measured by fame, but by the impact you leave behind. Whether through her soul-stirring music or her timeless performance as Mama Corleone, Morgana King's presence is still felt today. If you could sit down and talk with one actor from The Godfather, who would it be? Let us know in the comments. Sterling Hayden. Sterling Hayden, born on March 26, 1916, is best remembered for his powerful portrayal of Captain Mark McCluskey in The Godfather, 1972. Before stepping into Hollywood, Hayden lived an adventurous life. He was a sailor, a man who thrived on the open sea and later served in World War II, an experience that shaped his roles in several war films. Despite his on-screen dominance, his personal life was anything but stable. He married multiple times and had 5 children, yet struggled to find lasting happiness. His first marriage to actress Madeleine Carroll ended after 5 years, and the following years were marked by battles with alcoholism and depression. In 1974, he was diagnosed with prostate cancer, a battle he fought with immense strength for over a decade. Sadly, on May 23, 1986, at 70 years old, Hayden passed away, leaving behind a legacy of gritty, unforgettable performances. His life was a mix of triumph and turmoil, but one thing remains clear: his presence on screen was electric, and his role in The Godfather will never be forgotten. John Marley. In cinema, some moments are more than just scenes. They become warnings, lessons, and unforgettable pieces of history. John Marley's performance as Jack Waltz in The Godfather, 1972, is one of those moments. At 64 years old, he stepped into the role of a powerful Hollywood producer blinded by arrogance, only to receive a brutal wake-up call in one of the most chilling warnings in film history, the infamous horsehead scene. Marley's career spanned many genres, but it was this role that made him truly unforgettable. His ability to express raw fear in a single moment left audiences shocked, mesmerized, and reminded of an undeniable truth: power can be fleeting, and no one is untouchable. Beyond the screen, Marley's life had its share of struggles. He was married twice, but his second marriage ended in a painful divorce in the early 1970s. A serious car accident left him with lasting health complications, but despite it all, he never abandoned his passion for acting. On May 22, 1984, at the age of 76, Marley passed away due to complications from open-heart surgery. Though he is gone, his legacy endures, not just through his contributions to American cinema, but through that one haunting scene that continues to remind audiences that no power is absolute, and every action has consequences. Alex Rocco. Some characters in The Godfather may not have lasted long, but their impact is impossible to forget, and Mo Green, played by Alex Rocco, is one of them. At 36 years old, Rocco transformed the role of a bold, power-hungry casino mogul into one of the film's most unforgettable figures. Green's arrogance and refusal to bow to the Corleone family sealed his fate, making his downfall one of the most iconic moments in the saga. But Rocco's real-life story was just as compelling. His acting career spanned over 6 decades, featuring roles in The Sting, 1973, The 7-Ups, 1973, and The Rockford Files, 1974 to 1980. Off-screen, his journey was filled with personal struggles. He was married twice, faced family challenges, and in 2015 was diagnosed with cancer. His role in The Godfather serves as a reminder that power is fleeting and arrogance often leads to downfall. Despite the hardships, he never lost his passion for acting, proving that resilience is key in both Hollywood and life. On July 18, 2015, at 78 years old, Alex Rocco passed away, but his legacy endures. Abe Vigoda. Some actors leave an unforgettable mark on cinema, and Abe Vigoda was one of them. Born on February 24, 1921, he was 50 years old when he took on the role of Salvatore Tessio, the once loyal capo who ultimately betrays the Corleone family in The Godfather. With his gravelly voice and world-weary expression, Vigoda made Tessio a character that felt real, someone shaped by the harshness of the world he lived in. His chilling final moment, when he realizes his betrayal has sealed his fate, remains one of the most haunting scenes in the entire saga. Beyond The Godfather, Vigoda had a thriving career in both film and television, with standout roles in Barney Miller and its spin-off, Fish. But despite his success, his personal life had its share of hardships. His deep love for his wife, Beatrice, kept him grounded, and her passing in 1992 left him heartbroken. Even as he aged and faced health struggles, Vigoda remained a beloved figure in Hollywood. On January 26, 2016, at 94 years old, he passed away peacefully, leaving behind a career filled with memorable performances and devoted fans. His story reminds us that loyalty is a double-edged sword. In both life and film, the choices we make define how we are remembered. And in the case of Abe Vigoda, his legacy isn't just his roles, it's the impact he had on generations of movie lovers. John Cazale. John Cazale was born on August 12, 1935. At 36, he brought Fredo Corleone to life in The Godfather, 1972, delivering a performance that made Fredo one of the most tragic characters in film history. Though his time in Hollywood was short, Cazale left a lasting impact with unforgettable roles in The Conversation, 1974, and Dog Day Afternoon, 1975, earning praise from critics and fellow actors. Off-screen, he shared a deep love with actress Meryl Streep, who stood by him as he battled lung cancer. Sadly, his illness progressed quickly, and he passed away on March 13, 1978, at just 42 years old. His death was a heartbreaking loss, not only to Streep, but to the entire film industry. Despite his brief career, Cazale's legacy lives on, with his portrayal of Fredo continuing to captivate audiences and cement his place in cinema history. Thank you for watching my video. There are many other interesting things in the next videos. Please look forward to it. Thank you and goodbye.